Hello, everybody, and welcome in. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all having a fantastic day. It is Sunday night, and what better to finish off the weekend than a great race from Flat Out Racing, North America, ladies and gentlemen. So, last night we seen a pretty fantastic race from our amateur division. Tonight it is the elites. So, the best, the fastest of the guys racing this season are on the track tonight. And we all know we're at Dragon Trail Seaside, so lots of things could happen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just checking on a couple things real quick before we really get into this. Make sure the streams are all yippy skippy, and everything's looking pretty beautiful so far. Shared your stream. Appreciate you, Michael, at the heart as well. Nolander coming in with the share and the like as well. Much love, my guys. Much love. Best time of the day, live burn some fuel, shred some tires. Those AMs were on fire. They really were. They really were. All right, so let's get through this chat. As you can see in front of you on the screen, we have our elite driver list with the current standings up to date here. And it is C. Roach with 119 points. Cardinal with 115, Heck with 114, Paymay in 4th with 108, MSP in 5th with 88, Lucas in 6th with 80, Apex Jakey in 7th with 63, Apple Pop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8th and 48, tied with Apex Racing's Pigums. So 8th and 9th is locked up here at the moment. Smiley's just behind there in 10th with 46 points. And then we have Mottman's there with 45, so Yancelot with 38, Erlunge with 23, Hako with 20, and our subs are Sir Shred and Hypre Roses with 28 and 23, and Vandel with 18, and Sir Led with 8. I got it right just for you this time, big guy. All right, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, on the screen in front of you, this is our 7 p.m. Eastern Time lobby in purple there. In red there on the right-hand side, you'll see it is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be the Pro-Am 1 division live over on Nolander Gaming on Facebook as well, so definitely schedule that one into your viewing pleasure here this evening. 2 races for everybody this evening from Flat Out Racing North America. And y'all know what's coming next. Sponsored by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team, ladies and gentlemen. Huge shout out to Hypre Graphics for all the stuff we see throughout the streams. And, I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. So, what do we got for time here? We got 3:55. We're not doing too bad for time. How's everybody doing tonight to start with? Are we all ready for next week? I know, adulting, right? We get it. But, hey, great racing coming tonight. If it's anything like what we saw last night from our amateur series, this should be a absolutely crazy race, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy race. And downside for me is I don't have the extra set of eyes here tonight. So, if anybody watched the race last night, you know that we're going to have the infamous Death Chicane here today, ladies and gentlemen. It is the most dangerous S-curve in the whole game of Gran Turismo 7. It's tighter, it's meaner, the curbs are a little bit higher, they unsettle your car just that little bit more. The angle, the approach, the throttle rhythm, it's all important. The death counter is going to come back tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, give me your guesses in chat. How many deaths are we seeing in the Elite Division tonight? We'll have that up on screen later here. But it's going to be a great race. I mean, we have the 3 World Tour drivers right there nipping at each other's heels. Up at the top 3, we have Apex Racing's Paymay and MSP not that far behind them. This isn't necessarily a battle or a race against each other here today, ladies and gentlemen, for 25 lap times around Dragon Trail. This is more of a race against the racetrack. The racetrack will decide who survives and who doesn't here today. So the drivers really got to be on point. Tron Kobe comes in with 5. Love it. Love it. So, I mean, what else can we say, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to kick you off with the video, and then we should be ready for qualifying. See you soon, chat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, alright. So we are approximately 1 minute away from qualifying. So, shall we? Should we flip to the big screens? We got Kelsrick coming in saying, get in there, Smiley, Team Fox, Team Fox. Fi, look at the fans. They come in. You guys come in so quickly. We love to see that. Welcome in, everybody, as well. Chris Reeves coming in with the thumbs up. Nolander Gaming, legend that man is, coming in with that care. Dane coming in with the thumbs up. The thumbs up as well, pardon me. Apparently talking is hard, chat. I don't know what else to say. All right. How can everybody hear me? Everybody can hear me real good? We jacked up the game sound a little bit for everybody too, so hopefully you guys get a little more sound of the game as well while we're doing our commentary. GT45 delivering the comms, Elite's ripping up Dragon Trail. My team are up soon. THG, let's go. Apex up top, baby. There we go. And now it's lighting up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, everybody. So let's flip you over. Let's go to the big screen, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So on the big screen we come here. And we're just hanging out with Cardinal right now. They're just running some practice right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting ready to kind of get this race underway here. And it's going to be game on. Everything looks and sounds good so far. Appreciate you, Nolander. I'd say BFR, but there's no one. Oh, that's all right. That's all right, brother. In time, my guy. In time. In time. You know what's coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, Dragon Trail Seaside. This is a classic game. You know, in sport, it was the first track that you had available to you when you started playing, so it got played to death. Everybody knows Dragon Trail Seaside. And everybody knows that the chicane of death can very quickly end your day. So it is 3 times fuel and 3 times tire and 4 times fuel in the series for the elite guys. It's going to be a 1 hot lap qualifying session, so that amps up the difficulty factor here for the elite division tonight. They're only going to get 1 crack at the best time around this racetrack, and then it's race time. So 1 mistake, 1 little incident with the chicane, and that could really quickly plummet you down to the bottom of the qualifying order here tonight. So patience is going to be a really big thing here tonight. Consistency is going to be a big thing. 1-stop and 2-stop strategy. It is really hard to say which strategy is going to play out dominant, but we have seen the 1-stop strategy be pretty dominant all season long. So with that being said, we should expect to see much of the same thing here again this week. But I do know the fuel is an issue on this racetrack, so if these guys are really battling hard and they're racing hard and they're not paying attention to that fuel cell, it could very quickly become a splash and go 2-stop race for some of these drivers. So it's hard to say what we're going to see here. Dirty air is going to factor in. Dirty air is definitely a factor here with these GTRs. Of course, well, all the cars, but some do handle it differently. But these bigger, more high-speed cars are definitely put out some big-time dirty air. So drivers need to be aware of that when they're driving in behind another driver or a group of cars. Everybody just needs to brake accordingly. This sector right here, not really designed to be a 2x2 sector. I mean, in very rare circumstances, we see it happen successfully, but that is very, very rare circumstances. So I don't suspect we're going to see too much of that, but you know, we got 3 weeks left in the championship. Things are really tight up top in the standings, and it's really hard to say what's going to happen here tonight in round 8. I mean, we're almost done here, ladies and gentlemen, and these elite drivers, they've been battling hard, very, very hard all season long. So the one thing I can guarantee, we're definitely in for a show. That much I can tell you. You going to have the counter up tonight? Am I going to have the counter up tonight? What do you think, chat? Do we need the counter? You think the elites are going to die tonight? I don't know. There it is. Don't you worry. We got you covered. We got you covered. By popular demand, the victim counter has come back for the elite division, ladies and gentlemen. Stefan coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, everybody. All right. Yeah, 9 of you beautiful, beautiful viewers up in the GT45 side, and we see you over there on Flat Out YouTube as well. We see you. We see you. Merch coming in. Counter is mandatory at this track. You see, there we go. There we go. By popular demand, the counter has come back. It's going to be a little more hard for me to track at this time, though, chat. You might have to help me out there, you know. Alright, so it looks like we're starting to settle in here. We'll see a lobby reset at some point here. Let's grab another driver. Let's jump on with Agent Orange here from Flying Fox Racing while he's doing a couple practice laps here. Yay! Thanks, GT45. Hey, we got you covered, Chris. We got you. PD coming in with that like and that share. Much love, my man. Much love. We appreciate you. All right, we're just checking things out real quick. Yay! Yes, it's sitting at 7. It's sitting at 7. It's sitting at 7. That's right. So that's another thing too, right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the amateur division. You know, we had 7 casualties last night in the amateur division, and then 2 of those were incurred during qualifying. So, I mean, honestly, you would expect that the elites are going to be 7 or less, right? Right? Guess we'll find out. I gotta tell you, if the elite drivers do more than the AM drivers, the Discord might get a little spicy. It's a great community we got here over Flat Out Racing. Ooh, and there we go. There it is. Dragon Trail Seaside is unforgiving. If you don't keep it on the tarmac, it doesn't let you get it back on the tarmac. Not in one piece. And we just seen that from Agent Arun's there. Let's go find somebody else to jump on with here. Oh, and there we go. We see, ooh, hard hit there from C. Roach as well as he gets it wrong coming in. Those S's, those S's. We got Sosa here too, ladies and gentlemen. S. Kindle, a.k.a. Sosa, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sir Yancelot on track and Pigham's on track here currently. So they're just running practice laps. What we're really seeing is these guys just practicing their out lap and their in lap, and then they're just parking it, and then they're just repeating that process, right? I mean, practice makes perfect, and when you only get one crack at it, it needs to be exactly that. It needs to be perfect. So the guys will be on soft tires, will be on the absolute minimal amount of fuel that they can be while they're qualifying, and that will, that was spicy there from Kindle there, but he managed to get it through there, and he still came through holding some pretty good speed. So we're going to see a lot of slippy slidey through that chicane there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who else we got here? We got Apex Racing's Pigham's here now running here. Let's see what he does here. We'll stick with him for a few more corners or a lap, whatever he opts to give us here. If a THG driver hits the chicane of death, then there will be consequences. Wow, it's going to be fun in Pro-Am going by this mess. Oh, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Alright, so Pigham's will be. Ooh, hey, he's got a car parked right there in front of him. Look out. I think we're probably getting ready to go here is what I'm seeing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Looks like everybody's up into pit lane here. Oh, I'm using the wrong thingamajigger. It looks like... yeah, I think we're going to be getting ready here shortly, so... there's a lot of organization that comes with this one, the hot lap qualifying as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, of course, behind the scenes, what we don't see is going on is all the drivers are confirming they know the order they're supposed to be coming out on track, which group they're in, and how the process goes. We do have some substitute drivers in here, I do believe. Tonight we have Cardinal, who's obviously right there in the standings. We got a 3-minute ETA is what I've just seen. We got Apex Racing's Paymay, he's currently 4th in the standings. We've got MSP from Rockefeller Racing, he's currently sitting 5th in the standings. We got Sir Yancelot here as well. I believe he was up there in the standings as well, up in the top 10. We have Sir Led here, one of our substitutes. Pop here as well. We have Cardinal, of course, in pits. We got High Pre Roses, another one of our substitutes. I believe he had 28 points, if that's correct, 23, something like that. Agent Orange, of course, one of our full-time guys. Sir Shred here, him and Apex Racing's Paymay having just a incredible drag race to the finish for that final podium spot last week. If we all saw the race, we all remember that moment here at Flat Out Racing. And let me, we're going to have to look back at the season and really see what the greatest moment of the season was, because, boy, there has been some good ones through several of the divisions this season. We had a drag race to the finish in the AM division last night as well. So you haven't seen the AM race yet, ladies and gentlemen, hit the Flat Out Racing YouTube and go check it out. It is up on the page. There's a recorded video now. So highly recommend to go check out that video over there in Flat Out Racing, because those AMs, that was a very hot race last night. Yeah, it was just action-packed all the way through. Alright, so we're getting confirmations from our drivers here. We're going to be starting qualifying shortly. Decent tailwind rocking, Mother Nature giving these boys a shove down the straights. Hey, also I agree, no THC drivers should hit the chicane of death, the infamous chicane of death. So I'm nervous, Chad. I'm nervous. Street version. Hey, what's up? I see you, bro. I see you. Welcome in. We happy to contribute last night, says Merch. Come on, Deshicane, says Steve. We got. Barry R has some fans up in the chat here tonight. Oh boy, this is getting spicy already, ladies and gentlemen. I never thought I'd see the day where Barry R has some fans, but apparently we've got some fans for the safety devices put in place here on the racetrack as well. Love it, love it. Of course, none of us are wishing ill will on the drivers, but we all know everybody likes seeing a car crash once in a while. I mean, let's just get to the bottom truth of reality here. We all like seeing a car crash once in a while. We're not hoping it happens, but, if it happens, we'll be okay with that as viewers, right? Right? I suspect we're going to see some pretty spectacular racing. I think we're going to see some really tight battling. It's, there's spots to make moves on this racetrack, so there is a safe spot and then the not so such safe spot, but there we go. We got Roses out in the front. Oh, come on now. We're getting some donut action there, man. All right, so qualifying is going to be starting right away here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go Apex boys. Hi all, how you doing, Joshua? Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome in. We're gonna have some fun tonight, chat. We are gonna have some fun tonight, I gotta tell you. It's been a pretty crazy weekend here for GT45 Gaming and No Lander Gaming. I just want to extend an extra thank you to everybody who's come in and hung out with us here over the last 48 hours. It's been some pretty crazy action we've had been able and privileged to bring live to the screen. So we just want to say thank you to everybody that watches and comes in and shows that love, no matter which channel it is that you come and show it on. We just do appreciate it. We love to see how many fans are out there in the sim racing world, and we're just trying to put it on the map here in North America again. So keep doing what you're doing, chat, because if you're doing exactly that, you're helping us put this back on the map. So it all begins here tonight with Flat Out Racing's Elite Division. Let's get going. Roach is out on track. We should see that followed up by Cardinal here, which he is now out as well. We'll have that followed out by, of course, Rob Heck, our third place driver here in the standings. That'll be followed by Apex Racing's Paymay, if my memory serves me correctly. Let's go, Robbie, says Joshua. My man, my man. Apex Racing's Paymay here now out on track as well. We will also see Rockefeller Racing's MSP behind him, our fifth place driver here in the series as well. And then, who is it? It is Jakey. I wasn't sure if it was Jakey or not, so it is Apex Racing's Jakey here coming out in the sixth slot here in Group A. We're going to see two more guys come out here. And it is Pop. So Pop is next out on track. I'm not sure why Roach is so far down the list here. That's not actually where Roach is, but that's what they're showing us. So, and who's our last driver out in Group A here? I don't know. Alright, so we are going to jump on board with Roach. Roach will be the first driver to officially cross the start-finish line on the hot lap, and then we'll just move it down the list as quickly as we can here and try to see where everybody settles in here in Group A. So, looks like 7 out on track here for Group A. Normally we see 8, so they might have just split it in half here today, and that would make sense. When was the last time GT45 turned the wheel on track? Just about a few minutes before the broadcast here. I'll actually be racing right after the Elite Division, ladies and gentlemen. I do race in the Pro Series here at Flat Out Racing North America myself. So about half an hour after we're done the broadcast here, I'll actually be racing my Round 8 at Dragon Trail Seaside. So I'll tell you what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen. I will save the replay, of course, for the race, and then I will put out a video maybe for everybody with a little highlight reel after we do the pro broadcast on Monday. How's that sound? You guys think that's a great idea? And we'll give you a little my point of view video with some commentary. We'll have some fun with it, something like that. How's that sound? I don't have time to set the stream up in between the broadcasts. That's the only reason why I don't live broadcast my point of view. Yeah. We'll be making a couple of changes on the coming up here in the next couple of months. We have lots happening here. So, of course, with Flat Out Racing and other things, other organizations, of course, that we work with and are a part of. So, we'll be stepping off the racetrack at the end of the season, unfortunately, for a couple of months to fulfill other obligations, of course, and then we'll be right back at it. But we are still going to have some, open lobby nights and fun nights and stuff like that with the community in between all of our obligations and our league work. So there'll still be stuff there, but on a competitive level, we're going to be not so much. So we have Roach on pole, we have Cardinal here in second. I apologize here, I've been slacking. Robbie's coming around here right now. It's going to be a 134. That's going to put him in second place. Paymay's just coming around here right now. He's going to come out with looks like a 36. It's a 36-2, so that's going to put him down. Where's MSP? MSP's just coming around that final kink right now, so let's see what MSP gets here. 36 flat from SP, just jumping up ahead of Paymay there. So now we got Apex Racing's Jakey coming through here. Let's see what Jakey finishes with. A 135-1, putting him up into fourth place. So we got Pop out here now. What is Pop going to come through with? It's going to be a 36.7, so he'll put him in the back of Group A. So currently it was Roach, Heck, Cardinal, Jakey, Paymay, MSP, Pop, and Agent Arun, not Arun C, yeah, I don't know. We'll get it at the end of the lap here. These guys always help us sort it out. The game does things wonky still. What's your schedule A? Question, as I'm looking for some fantastic comms for a racing league. Hit me up via the page's messenger or Discord, and we'll talk about it further, my guy. Depends on the day, depends on the, yeah. But yeah, hit me up. We'll talk about it. Alright, so we're just waiting for our first... Oh, there it is. We got Pigham's coming out. So Pigham's going to be out first here in Group B. So that means that he is our 8th place driver in the standings. And I believe he's tied or just chasing. I think it should be Smiley. We actually don't have Smiley on racetrack here tonight. So, alright. Who is our next guy out here? Alright, so it's going to be Sir Yancelot out second here on the track in behind Apex Racing's Pigham's. And then we're going to have Sir Shred coming out third here in Group B, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, fastest lap on track's a 34.224. I know, right? That is really fast around Dragon Trail. It's crazy fast. It's going to be Agent Arunj out next in behind Sir Shred here. Fourth out here in Group B. And then Kindle will be next out there. Fifth out here in Group B, and then he'll be followed out by, I believe it's going to be Roses? Yes, it is Roses. And then Sir Led will round out the second group here. And there we go. So Sir Led coming out here right now, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get back up to Apex Racing's Bigums. I just got to find him here. There he is. Wow, the game is really messed up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you, buddy. Much love. Hey, appreciate you. Alright, so Pigham's going to come around here. He's going to start his hot lap, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump on board with him here, leading up into close to the final corner at the end of the lap. And then, of course, we'll jump on board with Pigham's from here. So you can see there's some nice spacing between the drivers here. They got lots of good, fresh, clean air. That's the point of this as well. No slipstream. It's all down to driver skill. They're in the same car. It's on balance of performance settings. No tuning is allowed. There's no brake bias adjustments. I mean, these guys are driving these cars pretty raw and just based off the performance that the balance of performance is giving them to work with. So it comes down to driver skill at this point in the series for all the divisions, not just the elite division, but all the divisions moving through the series. Are you ready, chat? This is the point where every race car driver holds their breath for a second. No, nice exit there by Pigums. As he just comes roaring through there at about 146 miles per hour is what I saw there when he was on exit. That was a fantastic entry and exit in and out of the DC there, the Death Chicane, the DC zone. All right. So let's see what he's going to put down here. It's going to be a 36 flat. So that was a good point there. Look, puts him up in 5th place apparently. Sir Yancelot here is going to be next to come through, correct? No. Yes. Okay, there we go. We got it. A 35.866 from Sir Yancelot. So that was a pretty good time there from Sir Yancelot. Sir Shred here coming around. And that put him up there. Let's see what it does for Sir Shred here as he comes around. Right now sitting in P10th. And a 35.8. That's going to move him up into P6, it says. So Kindle coming around the corner here. And we should see a pretty quick lap out of this gentleman. We suspect we've seen him last week racing at Fuji, and he was very, very quick. So we do suspect we're going to see that the exact same thing out of him here today again, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is a classic racetrack. Every racer that's raced this game for a while. 35.5 from Kindle, going to put him up in P5 there. Where is Roses? As Roses is coming around here, let's see where Roses ends up. It's going to be a 37, so not the best time there for Roses. Not a great time there from Agent Arun. He must have made a mistake there because I thought he came out in front of Roses. So maybe a victim of the chicane and we just missed it, ladies and gentlemen. If that's the case, it doesn't count because we didn't see it. And Sir Led's going to come in with a 37.3. Should put him in P12, it says. So it looks like the order actually stayed correct, ladies and gentlemen. That's interesting. So we have, what it's telling me here is Roach in P1, Heck in P2, Cardinal in 3rd, Jakey in 4th, Kindle in 5th, Sir Yancelot in 6th, Shred in 7th, MSP in 8th, Pagums in 9th, Paymay in 10th, Pop in 11th, Sir Led in 12th, Roses in 13th, and then Agent Arun's in 14th. So we have a stacked grid here tonight too, ladies and gentlemen. There's only one driver missing here. Nice lap, Pagum, says Larry Birch. That was a very nice lap, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, before we get things underway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get untangled here and do us a favor here over at Flat Out Racing in North America and GT45 Gaming. If you haven't already done so, smash that like and share for us just one time, please. It's something that's free to do, and it helps the page grow. So, if it's growing, that means more people are hearing about us. If more people are hearing about us, that means they're coming to hang out with you guys and chat, pick their favorite race fans, and come and hang out and watch some great racing. So, if you have already, thank you much, appreciate it. And if you're going to now, appreciate it as well. And if you want to give a little extra level of support, a subscribe on YouTube or a follow on Facebook is another free way that you can show us just a little extra level of support. And then you hit that little bell, turn on your live notifications, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll never miss another live action moment here from Flat Out Racing North America. So, not mandatory, but greatly appreciated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are sponsored here by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team. In the Facebook comment pin below is the Apex Sim Racing Team website. That is where you can find the merch, the good stuff, chat, the swag. There's some great swag there from Apex Racing in cooperation with Flat Out and its partners. Go check it out. See if there's something you like there, and greatly appreciated. Let us know what you think of it too. If you order something, we always love the feedback here as well. So we're just kind of waiting here. We're gonna have a race start pretty soon. Drivers are just all checking in. Everybody's making sure everything's working, and what we actually saw on the screen was actually the correct running order after qualifying. So hey, +1. +1 for PD right there. That's the first time I've seen that properly work. I'm impressed. Let's go Knights. Hashtag Street Pop. Yanis led. Ooh, big damn. They got 4 of the Knights up in the house here right too on the racetrack. So lots of love coming in from the team there supporting the boys. We're going to be racing soon, chat. It's coming. It's coming. So, racing mediums and racing softs required. Obviously, weather's random. We've seen that throughout the season already. However, rain is not an option here at Dragon Trail Seaside, and that is probably a good thing. Yeah. Let's not even talk about the rain and the chicane. Let's just not talk about that. That would be a nightmare. So, but everything else under the sun that can happen as far as weather goes, fog, wind, maybe a little bit of dew on the racetrack. Of course, those things can still happen. So you can still see some pretty dramatic weather changes throughout the season. Throughout the race. And that is going to affect, braking in and out of corners. If you've got some tire wear rolling down on the car, it's going to start putting some pressure on that car. You might start making little slip-ups. And I have a suspicion that every little mistake made here tonight is going to lead to big-time time loss on the racetrack here. We just know these guys are so fast. Alright, guys. Kick them tires, light them fires. It's time to go racing. Let's go, chat. We're just waiting for these lights. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 reds, and we are waiting for that green. Let's see it happen. Green light. Here we go. Drivers are off. Looks like all 14 drivers get off the grid here. Fantastic. And it's race time, so it is Roach in the lead. Rob Heck in second. Cardinal in third. Apex Jakey in fourth. And Kindle here in fifth. Sir Yancelot in sixth. MSP in seventh. We got Rob taking a look. Oh, we go. Too wide, too deep, all the way through the field. Stacking through 1 and 2 here. Let's see how it goes. And it looks like everybody survives the S's here. Let's go through and look at that big just cluster. These guys are going to have to sort themselves out coming through this kink, setting up here. Let's see how it happens. Oh, one's getting a little bit spicy out there, but he manages to hold it. I think that's Roses there on the outside, MSP on the inside there. And boy, it's just getting spicy up in the backfield. The front part of the pack already has settled in straight line. These guys all know what's coming next, ladies and gentlemen. The death chicane is coming on lap 1. Hey, good night all. I appreciate you, Alex. Rain dance activated. Here we go. Let's go, Robbie. Oh boy, the chat is on fire tonight. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Roach in the lead, and we're going to stay on board with these guys for the first lap of the chicane here. Make sure everybody gets through. And I do suspect we are going to see that. So here we go. Roach makes it through. Woohoo! Heck makes it through. Cardinal makes it through. Jakey's through. Kindle's through. Oh no! Sir Yancelot does not make it through, but I do not think that was necessarily a chicane issue. That may have been a racing incident on track there, but it looks like everybody else makes it through. What are we thinking, chat? Does that count on the counter? I don't know. I feel like that was a bump more than it was the chicane. I think we're going to have to let that one pass, but I didn't see. We can't speculate. But Sir Yancelot getting the tail end of whatever happened there coming out of the chicane and going to lose a couple of positions. So let's jump off track here real quick. Let's get you the TV camera views. And let's get to some great racing action here tonight. All right. Let's get it on. No, says Stefan. No. All right, so Roach in the lead. Rob Heck very close behind. Half a second in tow. He's just chilling right now. He's just following through. He's just, we're going to see a lot of this race, but we're going to see these guys just try not to really get a big gap up on each other. Now, the tires aren't going to be as much of an issue as fuel is here today. So, again, the harder these drivers battle and push, fuel may start to factor in towards the end of the race. Got Cardinal in third. Apex Jakey still sitting here up in fourth place. We got Kindle here in fifth. We've got Sir Shred up in sixth. We got Pop in seventh. We've got Apex Racing's Payme up 2 positions, starting in P10. Now up into P8, but he has a gaggle of gentlemen coming up here. And here we go. Sir Led taking a look on the outside. We got Roses on the inside. He's going to grab that position on Sir Led and kind of bottlenecks up the rest of the group in behind there. But it looks like everybody gets through safe and sound. So great job there by all our drivers. We got MSP sitting right in behind here, and he's just going to tuck in. We're not going to see 2x2 through this chicane. I highly doubt it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that these drivers are going to take that risk here tonight. There's too much on the line here for round 8. MSP here in 11th. We got Pigums in 12th. We got Yancelot in 13th. And Agent Arunge here, with a penalty there from pit lane. So Agent Arunge definitely not having the greatest start to his race here. So it looks like he's had to pit for damage already. Oh no, says Chris. So we may already have a victim here on the chicane. We're trying to keep an eye on it, but we're trying not to miss any of the action here for everybody either. So help me out, chat, if you see one. Roach in the lead. And yeah, we're having some good racing here so far. Great shot here by our helicopter crew. Wish we could get more aerial angles out of these guys here as we progress, but we'll see what they give us. Rob Heck here in second place, and he is absolutely flying, ladies and gentlemen. We have Fuentes coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, my dude. Hope you have a good night, Alex. Cardinal here in third place, and he's about a second behind these guys, so I mean, they're not out of reach from him yet. We know that. We've seen this guy race. Jakey just in behind here as well. 1.5 seconds. He's still there. You can still see them guys. He's just chilling right now. We got Kindle trying to reel Jakey in. It's what, 2.6 seconds here from 4th to 5th place driver, and then Kindle has Sir Shred just a second in behind him. So Sir Shred's really working hard here not to let these guys get away from him either. A little bit of a break. 5-second gap here to Apex Racing's Paymay, who's now moved up into P7. He's got Roses in tow. Roses and Paymay going side by side coming through the corner here, and Roses gonna have a little bit of overspeed, so he can get the power down here. He may get a run on Paymay, but it doesn't seem to be that case. So let's see what these guys do here. Roses will just slot in behind the Paymay here as we come through the chicane. Keeping our eye on it, chat. Ooh, that was very, very close. We even seen a spark coming from Paymay's car there. It was that close, ladies and gentlemen, as he came through the chicane there. That's kind of really how you get through there as quickly as possible. You basically got to risk your side mirror on your race car to get through there is what it looks like. So just a titch of a spark there coming from that driver's car, but he got through really, really well here. So Agent DeRouge coming through here right now, but back to the race lead with Roach. And we got a front group and a back group here at Dragon Trail so far, so kind of, yeah, not surprised to see that. Again, the racetrack is going to sort these drivers out here tonight. That's just the way it is at Dragon Trail. So Roach in the lead of the race here so far tonight. We've got Heck here in P2. We've got Cardinal in P3. We've got Jakey close behind here in P4. Kindle still there right there as well in P5 with Sir Shred still in tow as well. And there he is, P6, as he's coming down into the S's here. And this is a twisty, curvy, uphill, slightly undulating sector. You just got to make sure you're hitting your apexes in the right spot here. Keep that pedal down to the floor, and you get some really good speed there, as you can see him coming out there, almost 145 mile an hour. See Quinn coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love. Welcome back, brother. How you doing, brother? Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Robbie, Cord on the cobby. Oh, Zach up at the house. How you doing, Zach? How you doing, brother? Count it, says Merch. Alright, Merch says count it, so we're going to count one, chat. We're going to count one. We're keeping our eye on this thing, though, and we're doing it. Woohoo! And it's always spicy, man. Yeah, I even hold my breath watching these guys go through, because you know these guys are going through so fast. Oh, very well done, gentlemen. Very, very well done. I feel like there has been one here. I feel like this is what happened to Agent Orange as well. Even though we didn't catch it, I think we gotta add one to the death counter. This will be an unofficial. This will be an unofficial chat. But I think we gotta add it in. Alright, we're gonna tick one on. We're just gonna tick one. Hey, Ian, how you doing, my guy? Welcome in, coming in with that share. Much love, brother. Hope you were doing fantastic there over down in Australia. We're up back in second place here. Cardinal a little bit off the pace here. It was about 1 second. Now it's 2 seconds. So just little mistakes, little tiny mistakes. We talked about this at the beginning of the broadcast. If these drivers make these tiny little mistakes, it's going to cost them time on this racetrack. Time is not what these drivers want to lose. Let's go, y'all. Come on, Paymay and Jakey. Get some, my guys. You boys got this. Oh, yeah. Oh, the chat is on fire tonight. We love it. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope you're enjoying it so far. So Apex Racing's Jakey here in 4th place. We're on lap 5, so we're a fifth of the way through this race now at this point. Kindle here in 5th place, and he still has Sir Shred right there. Sir Shred's just chilling, man. He's just back there. He's like, yeah, let's just go, man. Let's just keep pushing. Paymay here in 7th place. He's starting to break a little bit of a gap now on Roses, but he has to make some more ground up here on the drivers in front. 5.5 second gap on Sir Shred and that front pack. Roses here in 8th place, and MSP starting to move his way up the field here as he is now in 9th place, starting to try and track Roses down. Sir Led here in 10th place, rounding out the top 10 here today as we have Apex Pigums right in behind. Pop coming through here. You guys are doing a fantastic job tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sir Yancelot here. Maybe having a bit of an incident as well, but I don't think it was a chicane incident. I mean, keeping my eye on it. All right, let's keep it going. Roach and Rob Heck. I mean, these guys are basically nose to tail at this point. So I guess, are we going to see Rob try and make a move on Roach, or is Rob going to sit in behind Roach and continue to work with Roach, try to lose the rest of that front pack? Now, they do have a little bit of a gap on Cardinal in third place chasing, but we all know it's probably not a comfortable gap for the driver chasing in third place. And Nicholas Nicholson coming in with that thumbs up. Much love. We appreciate you, my dude. Our Rob Heck here in second place. Let's jump on board with Rob here as he is chasing our current leader, Roach. And Roach took pole position. He's still sitting in first place. So not a whole lot of change here. A small little battle for that early on in the race, but Roach did come out on top of that battle. And Rob Heck's just slotting into second place here chasing. So very interesting track selections this season. This one being a very, very difficult one, mainly just because of that one corner. So it takes confidence, it takes some practice, and a little bit of lady luck, and hopefully you get through that thing every single time. So I don't see any casualties as we got Cardinal. He is here in P3, and he can still see these guys. I mean, a little bit of a slide there, got on the power just a little bit early. And if you did that, when you're right in on that apex, you have to kind of wait till you get off the apex where you hit the power. So there's a little dip right there, and if you trade it right in that dip, that's exactly what happens. You'll see that little squirm from the rear end of these rear-wheel drive cars. So we got Jakey here in fourth place, and yeah, looks like everybody so far fairly survived. We have Kindle here in fifth. We've got Sir Shred in sixth. We've got Paymay in seventh, and losing a little bit of time, so 2 more seconds there between him and Sir Shred. Rose is now gaining on Paymay here back in that slipstream. We have Sir Led in ninth. Pigham's starting to close him in here in 10th place. Got Pop in 11th. We've got MSP with some damage here, so he's going to come in for a repair and a pit stop here. So I don't know if it was a chicane. It might have been a partial chicane, but we haven't seen anybody get real fully collected here yet. Not on camera anyways. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's always so intense going through that corner. But Roach is still leading the way here. Only 3/4 of a second on Rob Heck, though. So, he knows he's there. He's aware he's there, but there's no immediate pressure. So there's, no need to be defending. These guys are just taking the racing line. These guys are, it isn't their first day on the racetrack. Me and my son are enjoying this. Fantastic. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Love to hear that. We do love to hear that. This is for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. It's sim racing. It's race cars. Who doesn't like race cars battling it out hard for the racetrack? So we appreciate that. Love to hear that. And welcome, young man or young lady, whichever the case may be. Maybe it's both. He did say son, no chat. All right, Rob Heck here in second place. I think I'm going a little bit crazy today, but hey, I'm just having fun, These guys are really playing nice right now, and we suspect to see that at this point in the race. Apex Jakey here in fourth place. We got Kindle in fifth, and Sir Shred here and there. Every time we go back and check on this, he's really close, and then he's just out of slip, and then he's really close, and he's just out of slip. So again, not really looking for a battle here currently. He's just kind of hanging out. He's chilling. He's kind of working with the guy out in front of him, and hopefully together they can start to close up that gap to Jakey, which is currently 7 seconds. So I'm not all right. Paymay with a little bit of damage here, so he's starting to you can see that just a little bit of stopping the full ability of what he wants the race car to do. So he's fighting with this thing right now. You can see Roses is really starting to close in on him. That damage, it's a lot of work with the car. Now it could be a variation of damage. There are levels of damage, so I mean, if it was just light contact and he'll have some light damage, and it won't affect him too badly, but it will still cost him time on the racetrack. And in his position in the standings, definitely not the ideal situation for Apex Racing's Paymay currently, but there's still lots of race left yet, so anything can happen here tonight. Pop here in 11th. We got Arunj in 12th. We got MSP here in 13th, Sir Yancelot there, and I mean, we got lots of guys close together, but again, we're just not seeing these guys battling. We got little groups of 2, first and second. We got, Cardinal and Jakey here. Ooh, there we go. Jakey going on the outside, Cardinal on the inside. A little juicy battle happening here. Jakey's got some damage here. Cardinal does, oops, the wrong one. Sorry, Cardinal has some damage here. Jakey does not, so that tells me Cardinal had And a little run in with our friend the chicane potentially there, and that's going to allow Jakey to get up ahead of him here. So Jakey's going to take that position from him here currently. And Apex Racing's Jakey moves up into P3 as Cardinal's got to go drop back into P4 currently. Now he has some damage here, so that is going to affect his race car a little bit. Like, ooh, you can see him really getting sideways there as he's coming out of turn. I'm not sure if that's 2 or 3 here on the racetrack. There is a kink before this, so it could technically be turn 3, but we'll call it turns 1 and 2 as we're coming through here. And let's we're going to have to keep our eye on this for a second. Let's jump on board with Cardinal here. We'll go on the beautiful roof cam here and just check this out here. So it's tough with damage. Damage affects a lot of things. It damages your top end speed. It damages how your car adheres to the road under high speeds. And you can see Jakey just continues to bit by bit pull away just because he doesn't have that hindrance. He's taking in the proper amount of air in the proper directions, where Cardinal has a little bit of disturbance now within his front aerodynamic system and suspension, where it is affecting how the car's handling a little bit. It's also going to affect it under braking and turning as well. So Cardinal's having to make those adjustments on the fly here as he goes through. They're chasing Jakey back down. And I mean, he's still doing a great job. He came out of there 143 miles per hour. I mean, come on, that is absolutely blazing fast. Definitely a good driver here is Cardinal. So let's get back through. Let's go check, see what's going on here. We got Kindle still in 5th with Sir Shred, still right there in behind. These guys are just chilling, man. They're just rolling around. They're just saving their race cars. They're just having a little drive right now, trying not to lose that front pack. Roses here in 7th place, and you can see Roses has a mirror full of different colored cars coming in behind, and it looks like a couple of the Apex boys are tucked in back in behind here. So Roses driving for Team Hypre, and then he's got two Apex drivers right in behind, and then a couple of the Knights just tucked right in behind them guys. So got a nice little train of cars coming here in the back part. So Pigham's coming up on back of Roses here. Are we going to see a move here? Roses is just immediately just going to go to the defensive line. And, ooh, Pigham's is just going to go a little later on the brakes there, and he's just going to slide right on around Roses there. So nice little job done there by Pigham's, moving himself up into P7. Does that compromise his exit there? Now is Apex Paymay going to take a look here on Roses? And we know Apex Paymay has some racing in him. He's going to take a look up the inside, a little bit of door-to-door contact between those two there. And they're going to go, ooh, Roses getting it all kinds of wrong there on the curb, but he does a great job of keeping it underneath him, so he's going to lose that position to Paymay as well. Now he's going to have to worry about Sorlet and Pop in behind, starting to chase as well, and that's all right. You know, this is going to happen when you're in a slipstream train like this. Other drivers are going to get that run on you. And we have MSP coming in. Ooh, MSP has got some heavy damage. I'm thinking that's a death, chat. I'm thinking that's a death. He really enjoys watching these kind of videos, and I think with you talking throughout the stream keeps him interested in wondering how the cars are talking. Oh, that's awesome. We love to hear that, brother. I appreciate you. But Roach is in the lead, and Rob Heck is still right there in behind. I mean, Rob has not let him gain a millimeter on this racetrack today. 0.4 of a second separate our first and second place drivers here. And, I mean, wow, these guys are flying out here today. You can tell that they are fighting for that top spot here in the Elite Division this season. Apex Jakey's doing a fantastic job here. He is in P3. He's trying to chase those guys down up in front. 10-second gap to the front two drivers here. He's got 3 seconds on Cardinal here in 4th place. We have Kindle, who's 4.3 seconds behind Cardinal here, and he is starting to pull in. So Sir Shred just a little over 1.5 seconds in behind as well, so just slightly losing pace with Kindle up in front there. We have Pigham's here in P7. He had a great move on Roses we've seen just a little bit ago there, and Apex Paymay squeezing his way through too as well. And then we got Roses here in 9th place with Pop now in 10th. So Pop has gotten around Sir Led, so I'm not sure what's going on there. We got Agent Orange in 12th. We've got Sir Yancelot here in 13th, and our poor boy MSP here becoming victim to the chicane, I think, ladies and gentlemen. So looking like he's a lap down as the mid-pack is going around him here. So not the best race for him here today, but he is going to keep going down the road here. There's no quitting these guys, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen. So and we appreciate you, brother. Much love to you. Hey, I just love to hear those stories, ladies and gentlemen. It makes us feel good. It keeps us highly motivated to continue trying to even better the content on a further level. So we really do appreciate that. Roach coming into pit lane already. Heck's opting to stay out for another lap, so lead change here tonight. First one of the night, and our second race leader here tonight now does belong to Rob Heck. Apex Jakey's going to move up into second place. Cardinal also coming into pit, and I'm not surprised to see that. He probably wants to get rid of that damage. Apex Racing's Piggums is coming around here, and I don't think he's going to pit just yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It all depends on what the driver's strategies are, right, ladies and gentlemen? We've got Apex Racing's Paymay, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm pitting too, man. He's got some damage, so I'm sure he just wants to get that car back under its rhythm. Roses is coming around here. He's going to continue going on. He's going to jump up into 6th place. Pop's going to follow him through. So is Sir Led. And it looks like Roach is going to come out just in behind those drivers there. And that is correct. So Roach comes out in 9th place here. Now, keeping in mind, most of the field still does need to pit. So Cardinal here in pit lane, Paymay in pit lane. They're working on those cars. They'll get them out as quickly as they can. So Yancelot coming around here in 13th, and MSP here in 14th. And I think we're going to have to add one to the counter, Chad. I mean, I can't shake that feeling. I can't shake that feeling. We know a full out, straight on, full damage that I've seen on that car relates to this, Chad. Relates to this. So Rob Heck in the lead here, doing a very, very great job here in P1, coming around this final corner. This is going to be starting lap 13 as he comes around here, and he's going to dive into pit lane. So just going for a 1 lap overcut there. Not too surprised to see that, ladies and gentlemen. What's Jakey going to do as he comes around here? He's just getting his way around this final corner here as well. Is he going to go around again? Nope. He's going to dive himself into pit lane as well. Sir Shred coming around here now up into P3 with the pit stop sequence starting to happen, and then we see Kindle in behind Sir Shred here, so I'm not sure what happened there. That's a little bit interesting because it was the other way around just not that long ago, but apparently something happened there, and those two swapping out positions. So Sir Shred's going to come out in the race lead here now, so our second change, lead change of the race here tonight, and our third race leader, ladies and gentlemen, does belong to Sir Shred here currently on the racetrack, being chased by Kindle here in second place. Apex Racing's Piggums not too far behind here in third. He's going to come out against up in front of the drivers here that are pitting. So Rob in pit lane, Jakey in pit lane. So Roach is the next driver to come around. Overcut did not work, it looks like there. Roach is going to move up into P4. We see Heck coming out right there. It is going to be a race between Heck and Sir Led as they come around. Sir Led does slot back up in front. So Rob Heck losing a position coming out of pit lane and some time to Cardinal out in front. Angel Orange here in 7th. Jakey in 8th with Cardinal chasing in 9th. We got Roses now in pit lane. We've got Pop in pit lane, Sir Yancelot coming around here, Paymay coming around, and MSP coming around. So some drivers have some different strategies as well, so it's really hard to say what's going to happen here. Yeah, Robbie says, Joshua, much love, everybody, much love. We gotta love seeing all the fans here. We have a variety of racing fans. We got Let's Go Elites, more importantly, Let's Go Foxes. Hey, appreciate it. Lots of fans, lots and lots of fans. Woo, Sir Shred coming out of their drift style, ladies and gentlemen, and managing it quite well. And he is still up the road in the lead. Now, are we going to see some of these drivers start to pit is the bigger question. All right. So Sir Shred is going to dive into pit lane here, and he is going to be followed by Kindle as well, ladies and gentlemen, as Kindle comes in around. He's been fighting some damage here as well. So Piggums is now in third place. As Piggums going to opt to come into pit lane here as well. It's hard to say. Let's see if he chooses to go one more or if he's going to bring it in. Nope, he's going to bring it in as well. So top 3 drivers now coming into pit lane, so that should give the lead right back to Roach here, and he's just coming around the final corner, so definitely going to give the lead back to Roach, who's 2.4 seconds ahead of Rob Heck currently there in second place once these guys come across the start-finish line. So it is going to be Rob Heck as he comes around here and with these guys in pit lane. So we got Sir Shred in pit lane, Kindle in pit lane, Piggums in pit lane, Led in pit lane, or Agent Orange in pit lane. So now it's Jakey next. That should put him up P3 as he's coming around pit lane here, and Cardinal is on his tail. 1.3 seconds from third place driver Apex Racing's Jakey. Sir Shred's going to come out here in 5th place. He's going to be followed by Kindle and Sir Yancelot. Battle here coming into T1. Sir Yancelot's at speed, so he's going to grab that position. That's going to put Kindle down into 7th place. Piggum's just coming out of pit lane here. Sir Led as well, but Paymay's coming around here, so let's see where Paymay comes out. He's just going to come in behind his teammate Piggum's there. Sir Led here in 10th place, still in pit lane. Agent Arude still in pit lane. We got Pop and Roses now coming through here, so they'll probably grab some positions here as well. That is the case. Pop moving up into 11th. Oh, and there we go. We got a battle. We got Sir Led coming out right in between those drivers. So Pop stays in 10th. Sir Led goes down in 11th, and Roses has to slot in behind in 12th. Now, he took a look there coming into turns 1 and 2, and he might be able to get the run here. As you see, Sir Led got it a little bit wrong there on those cold tires coming into turns 1 and 2, and Roses just wasn't able to find an easy way around there, so he's just backed off. He's just going to tuck in behind this guy. Let's stick with this here. We may see a battle for 11th place happening here real soon. As Sir Led again going out really wide there. He gives the line to Roses, and that should be an easy pass here as we come into the S's. Roses is indeed going to jump up into P11 here as Sir Led gives up that position to Roses, feeling the pressure on some cold tires, is trying to hold the position, and the car just didn't want to quite do what he wanted it to do yet. So he'll settle in behind Roses here, and I'm sure it'll be battle back on here. Probably not too much longer from now. Agent Orange in 13th and MSP here in 14th, and it looks like those two unfortunate gentlemen there kind of running their own race here right now, but you never know what's going to happen again. You just never know, ladies and gentlemen. This is racing. So Rocha in the lead, 2.2 seconds ahead of Rob Heck, who's 13.2 seconds ahead of third place driver Jakey, who's now only 1.1 second ahead of Cardinal. Sir Shred is 7.3 seconds behind those two drivers. Sir Ancelot's 4 seconds behind him, and he's got Kindle closing in, almost in slipstream range here now as we enter turns 1, 2, and 3. Pigham's here in 8th place, 9 seconds behind those drivers. Paymay chasing his teammate there, 3 seconds behind. Pop is 14 seconds with Sir Led just 2 seconds behind. Rose is right there in the slipstream apparently. Oh, and he's coming into pit lane, so Rose is coming in to fix some damage here, and that's going to cost him at least 1 position, if not 2. So you can see the drivers are struggling here, but they're not full out dying, ladies and gentlemen. They're just partially. So they're making contact with just certain parts of the wall, and it's creating the damage, and the drivers are just coming in and pitting for the damage, and that is costing them time here today, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is the most important thing. Like we did say, this racetrack's pretty much going to decide who's going to win or lose today. House Racing's been fantastic. Stream Host Pro, much love, man. Welcome in, dude. Let's go Smiley. Let's go Robbie. Hey, look at that. We have lots of fans in here today. We love that. We love to see that. Steven says Foxes. Oh, let's go. Spicy. We love it, spicy, chat. All right, Rob Hack chasing second place, 2.4, so he lost the 10th that lap on Roach ahead of him here, and we're a little over the halfway point now, ladies and gentlemen. So do we get to see more pit stops? It's hard to say. We have seen some drivers pit relatively early, so they may be on alternative pit strategy. We have seen some drivers pit about when we expected to see some drivers pit, so I think we're going to see a combination of 1 and 2 stop strategies here today. Jakey having a great race, get that podium, says Larry. He is having a good race, but he's got his hands full right now with this driver here in 4th place. That's Cardinal. I think he's been closing that gap up ever so slowly here for the last about 3 or 4 laps. So we may be seeing a battle here between these two drivers very, very soon. And again, it's just you really do need to focus on what's going on in front of you more than what's going on behind you right now on this racetrack, especially in certain parts of this racetrack there. And you can really see both these drivers just utilizing the momentum in every millimeter available on the racetrack to maximize their time around the racetrack. Now sometimes you overpush and you lose a little bit of time, but sometimes you just get that sweet line through and you just kind of catch that time, you make that time. So under braking here, both these drivers fairly equally paced here right now today. Oh, and Cardinal, a little wiggle there. Ooh, and another little wiggle there. You can see he really would like to try and probably get around Jakey here, so we can start to try and chase down those drivers up in 1st and 2nd. Now this is our 2nd place driver in the standings here, and oh boy, Chad, oh boy, that was a save right there from Cardinal. A little bit of a throw action off the curbing out of the the Deshicane there, and he gathers that thing up beautifully. That could have been a very big disaster here for Cardinal today, but he kept it together, and he's still in this fight for this podium position here with Apex Racing's Jakey. That was very close, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sir Shred here in 5th. We got Yancelot in 6th. Oh no, and that looks like a death there by Pigham's, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that is unfortunate there. Ooh, Kindle almost got it wrong there too, ladies and gentlemen, and the Deshicane's starting to fight. You got to remember, these guys are really starting to push. They want position. They're trying to get through there as quickly, as safely as possible. They're having tires. Whoa! Agent Orange! What a save, ladies and gentlemen. What a save. Boy, oh boy, there has been some spicy exits out of that corner today. And I'm not that surprised. It is just a difficult corner. Rose has come through pretty nice there. Just a little tiny wiggle. MSP's just coming through here right now. We'll definitely be adding a victim to that counter, chat, because we saw that one. We've almost seen a couple really other close ones here, and really unfortunate there for Pigham's as he just just the car just kind of went. And sometimes in this death chicane, I will vouch for this 100%, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to race here in probably about an hour's time. Sometimes you're just along for the ride. Sometimes you're just along for the ride. Her Roach here in first place. We got Rob very, very close behind again here, 1.1 seconds. So he's starting to close up a little bit now to Roach up in front. Apex Jakey is 15 seconds behind, so he's only lost a second to that front group so far, and he's lost Cardinal. So what happened? Oh no, and Cardinal has fallen victim to the chicane as well, ladies and gentlemen. So Jakey now with a cushion, 6-second cushion here from Sir Shred in fourth place, who's now maybe potentially looking at a podium. Sir Yancelot moves up a spot, and Cardinal, he has just got all kinds of damage here, ladies and gentlemen, and that is unfortunate. He is our fourth victim of the evening, and he's just not going to mess around. He's just going to come in, and he is just going to sort that damage out. So Pop coming around here, and ooh, nice line there. He got a great entry and exit through there. We got Sir Lead coming through. Little wiggle, kept it together. Agent Aruns as well. Nice little wiggle. You can see this is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. At these speeds, it is unforgiving. A little wiggle there as well from him. Pigums gets through. Payme gets through. Roses gets through, and MSP is really starting to reel these guys in a little bit here as well, ladies and gentlemen. So MSP's been doing a good job trying to recover, as we know. He's been one of these victims here this evening as well. So it's super unfortunate, but boy, oh boy, yeah, I told you, the track is going to decide who is going to finish this race well today and who is not. And so far, it has just been picking who it wants. And woohoo, Rob Heck almost got her on there. He gathers himself up, coming through that chicane there in second place. And I mean, we're on lap 18 to 25. We still got quite a bit of racing left to go yet, everybody. So we have lots of time to collect up those numbers. Lock it down, Jake. You got this. Keep her clean and bring her home. Chugga, all aboard the choo-choo train. That is true. How you doing, my man? Jakey in third place from Apex Racing. Apex Racing drivers really have been there pushing hard here in the Elite Division and trying to find their way up to the top of the podium. And this week it's Apex Racing's Jakey putting the pressure there for a podium position. We got Sir Shred here in fourth place as well, and he has a 4.8 second gap, so he is reeling Jakey in here a little bit. We got Cardinal in fifth place, and with that pit stop, he's got about 30 seconds to make up here on these drivers in front. So, however, he's probably topped up on fuel. Maybe he's got some fresh rubber. He may just be full sending it the rest of the race here to see what he can grab in position. Sir Led in sixth place with Agent Arunj in seventh, and here we go again, another round of death chicane, and we got some drivers really tightened up together here. We got Pop, Yancelot, and Kindle. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, and we got another one, Chad. We got another one. Oh my goodness, I think it was poor Pigums again. Oh, that was just a semi-death, ladies and gentlemen. That was just a semi-death, but that definitely cost them positions there, and several of them. I think we got to count that, chat. I think we got to count it. I mean, that's just the nature of this. I gotta tell you, that's the nature of this racetrack. I mean, we got to make a call there. It's a tough call, but it definitely put them all kinds of out of sorts. So, Roach and Rob Heck, 3/4 of a second. So did Roach not get a good death chicane this time around? And did Robbie get a really good one? Because he's really closed up here on the leader Roach, and Rob Heck is starting to apply some pressure. Roach really cutting that corner there. That might actually give him a half-second penalty. We'll have to see what happens here. No, it looks like he's okay. Rob chasing here in the slipstream, but doing a great job here is Roach at keeping him in front so far, but that time is very slowly dripping away from that race leader, as Rob Heck is really pushing here. A little wiggle there coming out of the corner. You can tell Rob is pushing. You can tell he wants to try and get out in front of Roach here, and he wants to try and set the pace of this race now. But both these drivers are not unfamiliar with each other here either. And Rob knows it is not going to be an easy task to get around Roach up in front here, because, well, Roach doesn't want Rob to pass him. I mean, plain and simple. And high caliber race car drivers in this elite division all through the field. So yeah, it's one thing to catch a driver, a whole another deal in this division to get around them. You really need to get a good run and get a good entry and exit on a driver in slipstream or something, or use the slipstream to get that position, or just wait and prey on the slightest of mistakes. And right now, that's what Rob Heck is waiting. He is close enough to absolutely prey on the absolute smallest mistake from our leader here as we come into the death chicane, ladies and gentlemen. We may have another death up there. We're going to have to go take a look. And both those drivers do make it through. Jakey's coming now. Sir Shred here, Cardinal in 5th. Sir Led, woohoo, little sideways coming up the hill there. Gonna cost him a little bit of time to Agent Arune's chasing. We got Sir Yancelot here in P8. We've got Kindle here in 9th place. And this backpack's really starting to tighten up. We got Payme up at the 10th. We got Pop in 11th chasing here. We got some damage on that race car. We got some damage here on Apex Racing's car too as well. Rose is coming back in from the pits. I think that's like his 5th pit stop here today. And it has not been going well for some of these drivers here today. Tough business here at Dragon Trail. Come on, Robbie. Ooh, boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to go check on that right there. Foxes. All right. Heck, right there. The pressure's on. They're coming up to MS. No, it's not MSP. They're actually coming up on Roses there up in front. So, Roses and MSP potentially, it looks like, up front there. So let's stick with these two here. What are we, lap 21 or 25? We got about 4.5 laps remaining here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is getting spicy up front. So what I'm seeing, both drivers pretty equal, I'm gonna say, Chad. It's gonna come down to just but the drivers here between these two. We see he looks like, I think that was MSP. Just get out of the way there. It was MSP. He just absolutely just, you know what? I'm just going to move out of the way here before we get into this next sector. And Roses is like, no, I don't want to get lapped. Boys. Not happening. So here we go. Hey, everybody's going through that dash chicane, chat. Oh boy, dirty air. Woo! And Rob's gonna get the lead there. So Rob up in the lead. Roach now in 2nd. Jakey still in 3rd place. So a little interesting series of events. So you can see him flashing those lights at that car up ahead of him. He's like, hey, I'm coming, man. Get out of my way. And I would imagine we're gonna see this happen right here, ladies and gentlemen. He knows that they're there. I can't see that he's gonna continue. They haven't quite caught him yet, though. They haven't caught him, chat. Oh yeah, says Joshua. Oh yeah. All right, Rob Heck in the lead here, and they are coming up on Roses. So as soon as they catch this driver, he will obviously let them by. But until so, he's not going to just slow down and let them go by here. But they are catching him, so he will eventually let these guys go through here. Roach in 2nd place. You can see MSP there tucked in between those two drivers. And here we go, battle for position. Apex Racing's Jakey and Sir Shred. Sir Shred has just bit by bit reeled Apex Racing's Jakey in, and Jakey is definitely battling here with Sir Shred. So let's get on board. Sir Shred took a look there. He's just going to tuck back in. And it's a pretty interesting scenario we got rocking and rolling here between these two drivers. So let's see what happens. Is Sir Shred going to try and get around Jakey here, or are these two guys going to work together? It is very hard to say. We may see much of a very similar setup as we saw last week between Sir Shred and Apex Racing's Payme, and maybe a final lap showdown between these two drivers here. It is definitely possible. Nope, Sir Shred's going to go take a look. He's going to be on the outside, but I think he's got the run here. He does have the run, so Jakey can just slot right back in behind. So Sir Shred does move up into 3rd place there, taking that position away from Apex Racing's Jakey. So Jakey now slotting into 4th place here, as Sir Shred has done a great job at reeling him in and getting himself onto the podium here currently. So it is Cardinal here in 5th place. We got Arunge in 6th. Sir Led very close behind, and Kindle is right there in 8th place too. These three very close together. We got Payme here up in the 9th place with Pigham's right there in behind in 10th. We've got Pop in 11th and Sir Yancelot in 13th. We've got Roses in 13th. MSP here up in P14. So all our drivers still on track here, but the battle is definitely starting to brew up in the front parts of the pack here. We got a couple little groups of guys. We don't know how this is going to settle down yet. Head down, Jakey. You got this, bub. He may. Maybe Sir Shred. We're about to find out. Ooh, Rob gets a little bit wide there, but he manages to keep it together there. The grass is bad news here at Dragon Trail. Roach is about 0.8 of a second behind Rob Heck here right now, and trying to close that gap up. We're on lap 23 of 25. We're getting very close here, ladies and gentlemen, to being done this thing. Sir Shred now up into P3, and he has lost to Jakey here. Jakey has just ripped some time away to Sir Shred. So P4 right now for Apex Racing's Jakey. Cardinal chasing 26 seconds. He's really gonna have to pull some magic out of the hat there, I think, to grab any more position here today. We have Agent Arunge here up into 6th place. We've got Kindle here in 7th place. Pigham's in 8th with teammate right behind there, Payme in 9th. So a little bit of teamwork coming from these two as they swap positions there. Pop in 10th, Sir Yancelot in 11th, Sir Led Whoa, I thought you got it wrong there. He's just going into pit lane. In 12th, we got Roses coming around here in 13th, and MSP rounding out our field here today. So some drivers not having the best day, some drivers having a much better day. And one of those drivers today is Rob Heck, who is in the lead here as he come around onto our penultimate lap, ladies and gentlemen, lap 24. Roach coming around here in second place. You can see Rose is still right there in behind those drivers. Sir Shred now in third place and a 4.4 second gap on Apex Racing's Jakey. So just absolutely building that cushion here. Jakey may be settling for a fourth place finish here today. Cardinal up into P5 as he's just entering into the death chicane here. And that was very close. He got very, very close to that wall. And that's what you need to do to really get through there as quickly as possible. We got Angel Orange here in sixth place with Kindle now up into seventh. So let's follow these guys through as we get through the DC here. We're just in the S is setting up for that corner coming right now, and here we go. The boys are going through it. Oh, nicely done. I think Kindle didn't quite get the best line through there, but he does make it. Pigums and Paymay. Paymay looking like he didn't quite get through there as clean as he wanted to either. Pop's getting through. Sir Yancelot's coming right now. Make sure he makes it through here, ladies and gentlemen. And the drivers have done a pretty good job of getting through this corner. I feel like these drivers have made more mistakes on other parts of the racetrack here today than they actually have in the chicane. Lots of respect given to the chicane by these drivers here. And Rose is just a little tap on the wall as he comes through there. And MSP now up into P13 and Sir Led down to P14. So Sir Led must have had some form of incident on track there. And we're going to be starting lap 25 here, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Arthur coming in with that thumbs up. Much love, my dude. Hope you're having a fantastic night. Go, Sir Shred. Keep it up. TT Sin Racing Esports, say much love, guys. How you doing? How's everybody doing today? Rob Heck's coming around, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. He did say he needs to be perfect for the rest of this season, and he is in the position that he needs to be in. He has the fastest lap on the racetrack. That is bonus point if he holds it. The only thing he's missing is that pole position today, and that does belong to Roach. So that is bonus point to Roach, who's our current championship leader, and only by a couple of points, ladies and gentlemen. And only separated by a point is Rob Heck and Cardinal, who's fallen victim to the death chicane here today and sitting down in P5 currently on the racetrack. But right now, it does look like it is going to belong to Rob here as we're just winding up this racetrack. We just got a couple of corners, chat. I mean, he's coming up to that chicane, so starting to catch some of the mid-pack here, and we've seen this in the amateur division as well. We've definitely seen these packs split up, so you're going to see that from time to time. Again, Dragon Trail decides who it lets through here. The track decides. The track just decides. That's just the way it is. Rob Heck coming through for the final time here tonight. Final time, and he's going to get through. Roach right in behind his second is going to get through. So great stuff by these two drivers here. And the fuel gauge is getting pretty low here on Rob Heck's car, ladies and gentlemen. But he should have enough to get it to the finish line. And it is going to be a round 8 win to Rob Heck, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to Rob Heck. Great battling here between him and Roach today. And it's Heck today coming out on top. Roach coming through in second place there. We're going to see Roses come through there. Shred coming, and Shred's going to pick himself up a P3 today. I bet you that's exciting for those Night Boys. He's been nipping all season. He's been nipping every race he's been in. He's right there battling for those positions, and he got one today, ladies and gentlemen. So Sir Shred's going to come through with a P3. Apex Racing's Jakey falling just a little bit short here today, but I don't think he's going to be too upset with a P4 finish here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great drive here from Apex Racing's Jakey tonight. We got Cardinal coming around, and I mean, the Dash Kane made him pay the price at the racetrack here today, and he's going to come out in 5th place. Really unfortunate for him, but every point matters here for this driver, so he's going to bring it home in P5. He's going to salvage the day. Ooh, a little bit spicy on the exit there, and he's going to finish this thing up. He's going to finish this thing up. A little bit displeased, I'm sure. Agent Arun cheers. He's coming around here in P6. And, ooh, a battle in behind there. Pagums and Kindle for 7th and 8th place. Pagums goes up the inside. It looks like he's going to get it done, but now it's going to be a drag race between those two drivers. We're going to stick on 6th here just for a minute. Agent Arun's coming around in P6. Pagums and Kindle. Pagums is going to get 7th. Kindle's going to get 8th place, and Kindle just didn't have the run to try and make a race out of it. Paymay is going to finish out here in 9th place, and he's not going to be too happy with his finish today. He's just going to come and do a little show. and it's going to be Pop, top 10 here today for Pop as he comes through. Sir Yancelot's going to come through, and it's going to be the final driver to cross that finish line here today, and it's going to be an 11th place finish for him. Roses in 12th, MSP in 13th, and Sir Led in 14th position. So congratulations to Rob Heck, C. Roach, and Sir Shred for their absolutely great racing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Dragon Trail Seaside, Elite Division. The counter, the final counter, only 5, chat. Only 5. Tron Kobe, my man. Great guess, dude. Great guess. That was some good racing, chat. That was some good racing. Rob and Roach really very patient, smart racing from these two. You know, they just settled in and just drove their race and stayed close to each other. And at the end of the day, Rob finally got it done there. He got the move done around setting up into the death chicane there with about 6 or 7 to go, I believe it was, and just didn't look back from that point on. So a little bit of a shake-up going to happen in the standings here. We're going to see a little bit of position swapping happening in those standings coming into round 9 now. Round 9 next week, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be a fun one. Daytona road course, ladies and gentlemen. So it is going to be Daytona Tri-Oval with the infield sector. We all know that should be an interesting race, and we'll have to see what the pit strategy for Daytona next weekend is. It's going to be interesting. So congratulations to all our drivers. I mean, this is a tough race. This is a tough race on such a level these guys got to compete at. Hats off to every single one of these 14 drivers on the racetrack today. I mean, that was tough business out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So much love to our racers, and that was not an easy one. And again, congratulations to Mr. Rob Heck for the race win. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. So, the guys are just going to jump into the interview area, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to flip you over. And how's it going? You still got me? You do still got me. Fantastic. All right, we're going to do our little list here. And then we're going to talk to our drivers. Because we love talking to our drivers, don't we, chat? You know, they give good insight. If you guys are sim racers, really should listen into this insight from these drivers, because I mean they're not lying to you out there. They're giving us good tips. We just gotta sometimes read between the lines, and all you can really do is just go on track and try it out. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it doesn't, then you gotta figure out what you're doing that differently from that driver that can make it work. So. Reaching out to these drivers as well, you know, you'd be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. The guys just want good, hard, fun, clean racing. So the more faster, clean race car drivers that are out there, the more enjoyable racing it becomes on a multiplayer level. So that's why we do league racing. And boy, these guys put on a kicker tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, brought to us by Flat Out Racing North America. Absolutely great organization. It's been a fantastic series all season long. Again, we just want to tell you guys, the viewers, much love. We appreciate your support every day that we're live here for Flat Out Racing North America. And at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Pro-Am 1 division is live over at No Lander Gaming as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to see the Pro-Am 1 division live, definitely pop over there and go check it out. Say hi to No Lander. Tell him GT45 sent you. And go check out the comms there. He's absolutely becoming a great broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. We're absolutely thrilled to see him jump on board with us here. And it's fun to get to sit back and watch the races myself from time to time too. So let's get to interviews, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? I think our drivers will probably be all up in the house now. These guys usually know the routine. Oh yeah, these guys are on it. There we go. All right. Good job, gentlemen. That was some great racing out there today. Of course, congratulations to our top guys in the field, but congratulations again to all the drivers. This was tough business today. Probably one of the toughest races on the docket this season, just because of that one little sector of the chicane. So not too many guys really falling full victim to him today, but it definitely did its damage to the race cars out there today. And at the end of the day, it comes out with Sir Shred finishing out on P3. So we do know this driver has been very quick all season long when he's been able to get on the racetrack to drive, and he's finally found his way onto the podium. So congratulations, Sir Shred. And how's it feel?
It feels really, really good, honestly. Is my mic good, by the way?
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm honestly very, very happy with my result. I was not expecting it, to say the least. I we were coming out of qualifying and switching tires, and I said, okay, I'll try to get a P5 and a P6, and I got to worry about Sosa because I know he's quick, and I know Payman had a good battle last round, so we'll see what happens there. And after I came out of the pits and I was in fifth and I cleared Sosa, I was like, oh, I really got something. I really got something now. And then Quartz and hit the wall, and then Jakey had damage, and I was like, oh yeah, I was screaming in my chair the whole time. I couldn't believe I was in third. So yeah, I'm very, very elated, but I'm trying to contain myself a little bit. Yeah.
Well, hey, it's exciting. I mean, you are racing with some very, very, very high caliber drivers in this elite series, and it's a battle every single week that all you gentlemen step on the racetrack. So it should be something that you're pretty excited about, stepping on the podium here with some of these names in the division this season, ladies and gentlemen. And we were telling the chat earlier on before the broadcast started, before you guys really started to put on a show, that really it's a race against the racetrack on Dragon Trail here. It's not that the race car drivers don't know this racetrack. We all know this racetrack. It's an absolute classic with Gran Turismo. The problem is that one corner, the chicane. And I got to say, you guys navigated it pretty well, especially with the slipstream training going through there. But it didn't come without its consequences today. I mean, a lot of drivers meeting a partial brush with that corner, and we've seen a lot of damaged race cars today. So again, the racetrack kind of deciding who was going to have a good day and a bad day today. But you had a great race. I mean, you've been showing great pace. What was the fourth race now here in the series in a row, and you've been nipping every single week. You just missed out by 4/1000ths of a second last week. This week you get to bring it home. So, I mean, what were you thinking when you were catching up to Jakey? Were you aware that he was on a medium compounded tire? Were you aware that he was suffering from damage on that race car?
So this might be a little long. So basically, I came into the race and I was gonna pick mediums. I knew my strategy. I was gonna go medium, go as long as I can on the fuel, go on the soft and push. By about halfway through lap run to the end of lap one, I realized the top four were gone, and Jakey was one of them. Jakey and Quartz and Robbie and Cowan are all on softs, and I figured it out. And I said, okay, so it's just Sosa and I on mediums. We both battled a little bit, and then we come in for our softs. And I was aware that Jakey and the rest of the guys up front were on the mediums, and I was catching them. But what I wasn't expecting at all was for, I guess Jakey had bust the wall. I don't know if he got damage on his front or on his rear. I couldn't really tell. I did think about it. I was like, where did he get damage? But I knew he had damage. Um, and he did try and defend it. I'll give him that. But it's so hard to defend against an elite division. It's so hard. As soon as you get a little bit of damage or you make a little bit of mistake like I did, but almost brushing the death chicane a few times, you lose that little bit. It is so hard to get back up unless they bobble or unless you got a pace advantage. It's really, really, uh, really hard to get sometimes with these guys. Which is what makes the racing, very exciting on the broadcast. Um,
You got
but
that right.
yeah, yeah, that's that's your
Absolutely. I mean, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, every little mistake counts, and we've seen that today. Even a little wiggle from one of the drivers that was having some pressure, you could see that trailing driver just have an advantage, have a chance at making a move coming into the next best available opportunity. Now, of course, getting around the driver is a whole different story. We see great defending from this division as well as great passing, but you came out tonight, and the fans were out there. They were rooting you on, and then the love from the team helping out a little bit there. Maybe feeling some extra vibe on track tonight for sure. But that was a great run, and we're really looking forward to it. Now, next week's Daytona Road Course. How do you feel about that track?
I do have a decent track record around Daytona. I'm usually pretty quick around there. And the other thing I've noticed is since Fuji, I've started to turn up the pace a little bit. I put a few more miles into the car. So I feel a little more confident. I can get a little faster consistently. I can get a little pace out of the car. So it is getting more and more comfortable. I'm pretty excited about Daytona. I know Daytona is a very, very fun track to drive. Um, and it's really, really good for passing. And some of the time settings, like if you go from morning to the day, it's like unbelievable beautiful. So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
absolutely. Well, another great showing for you, and you're really quickly kind of moving your way up those standings and points with these great solid finishes here. So you're gonna kind of start throwing a wrench in the work for some of these drivers that are thinking, hey, you know what? I think I got this spot locked down, and boom, Sir Shred's coming. So look out, drivers, because Sir Shred has shown he's got what it takes to fight with these guys here in the Elite Division, and we still have 2 rounds left to go. Just great racing for me. It's always a pleasure. That battle last week between you and the Apex Racing's Paymay was fantastic. The battles that we've seen you with here on track today, again, fantastic. And yeah, well-deserved third place for you tonight. Shout-outs and thank yous.
I would like to put a shout out to everybody on that track. I'd like to give a unbelievable. I'd like to bow to the people who didn't get damage on their cars, didn't kill themselves in a death chicane, because that is almost impossible to do. So, major respect to those guys. I'd like to thank all the organizers. I'd like to thank Ghost Gaming here, the broadcaster, for putting on a show on the mic. And yeah, the only thing, the one other thing I wanted to add is on lap one, I did get into a little tangle with MSP. I just want to putly say on the record, if it was my fault, I do apologize. It did get a little tight through turn one, but I just wanted to clear the air there just so that it didn't go, the incident reports don't go a little, I guess, passionate or whatever. But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
I'm very, very happy with that. So yeah, I'll let you pass it on to the other two.
All right. Well, nonetheless, I mean, your time is your time, my man. Congratulations, and look forward to seeing what you guys got for us next Sunday night.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So P2, our championship leader coming into round 8 here is Roach Callan, ladies and gentlemen, aka. And another great run from you here tonight. You look like you had the race in the bag. You had good command for about 3/4 of the race, and then maybe just a couple of little mistakes. I'm not sure what it was there, but Rob Heck got in ahead of you, just coming into the chicane with about 7 to go, and you just weren't able quite to close it up. So, talk us through your race a little bit, my man.
So a lot of things went into this result. Not necessarily happy with it. I think I had the ability to win this by quite a comfortable margin, but I got the strategy wrong. I definitely should have gone longer on the softs. I had to save a lot more fuel than Robbie did, so that allowed him to catch up to me throughout the second stint, and just not able to practice much this week. Hadn't really done a practice race up until this point, so I just kind of went in today and winged it, and yeah, just didn't really work out for me.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't work out for you. Still come in with a pretty solid second place finish. Now, I know you're a competitor and you're a racer, and if you're not first, you're last, I guess, kind of mentality, right? Especially closing up the series here. But you still got that fastest lap point as well, right? So, I mean, you do add an extra bonus point on top of that. So, moving in, I guess, into round 9 and 10, what's the goal? Probably 2 wins, if I had to guess. Am I correct?
Yeah, 2 wins is going to be the goal for sure. Daytona will be super interesting because it's probably just going to be a sit behind whoever's in front and save fuel. So it's going to be a bit of a mind game race, but we'll see how that pans out.
And you're not wrong there. The cars are going to be forced to use their power on this racetrack because it's such a high-speed racetrack for the most part that fuel conservation really is going to be on the mind of every driver on the racetrack. So definitely right there. Anything you want to add to your race today?
Nope, not really. Just want to thank the managers of the league for dealing with all the skirmishes in the chat this week. They did a phenomenal job.
Absolutely. I mean, those guys really do work hard behind the scenes. We do appreciate our staff here at Flat Out Racing North America for sure. And I mean, congratulations for the P2. It might not be be your desired result for yourself, but it's still right there in the fight for the top of that standings. And I mean, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a battle right down to the final race here, leading through the elite division. But I'm sure that this man is up for the challenge. And I guess what's the focal point going over the next couple days here? Just practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm currently dealing with the flu, so I guess I just have to get over that and then get to practicing for the next round. So not really that much practice for it for Daytona. It's a pretty simple course, but guess you've got to get prepared mentally for the mind games that will probably happen.
Well, absolutely, and I mean, congratulations, and any other shout-outs or thank yous you wanna add there before we go talk to our race winner here today?
Nope.
All right, well, congratulations, and can't wait to see you next Sunday, my man. Have a great week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so last but not least, our race winner here in round 8 today, Rob Heck, ladies and gentlemen, and it was a little bit of I guess a smart race. He just chilled. He sat in behind Roach, and he just did not let him get any more than a second. Basically, for the majority of that first half of the race, it was a second gap. They made their pit stops. He lost a little bit of time in pit lane. You found your way around there. I'm assuming a little bit of miscues from Callan up in front of you there that allowed you to get in front of him right before you guys were entering into the chicane. So talk us through your race today. How was it for you? It was definitely a well-fought race, if I had to guess.
Yeah, is my mic working all good?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So, I really wasn't expecting the dirty air to be as bad as what it was. I didn't really have any practice with the dirty air, so once you got underneath like a half second, it was almost impossible to follow the car into the next corner, and it was just really difficult. Really focused on just trying to not die in the chicane every lap, especially in the dirty air. Trying to hold it flat out still in the dirty air was extremely hard. I only managed to do it a couple times in the dirty air at least. Yeah, it was just really difficult race. I mean, Callan had really good pace the whole time. I was focused on, I saw that he was pushing pretty hard one lap. So when I was behind him, I made sure I pushed as hard as I could to try to keep that gap the same. And I got lucky enough to still get the fastest lap there. And I think it was like lap 4. Yeah, it was really just kind of a relax and try not to push too hard on the exit of the corners and spin out or hit the wall or crash. So it was really just trying to stay clean the whole time.
Absolutely, and like I said earlier in the interview process here as well, I did say to the chat, this is kind of more of a race versus the racetrack than it is really a race versus your competitors, because the death chicane, quote unquote, ladies and gentlemen, it kind of sorts the racetrack out on its own. So it was on your side today. You glad about that?
Yeah, I put a bit of practice into just how to take the chicane really comfortably and still quickly, while not having to push too hard through it. So that was definitely helpful.
Absolutely, and I mean that's some great racing for me. You did say last week that that's it. It has to come down to 3 straight wins to have a shot.
Oh yeah,
at the top.
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean you did gain 4 points on your competitor here. He does have that pole position, but I believe you've got that fastest lap as well.
Yep.
So evens out the points here. So that's going to put you, I believe, if the standings are the way the standings are, 1 point ahead coming into round 9. So I guess what's the focus going into Daytona?
Well, really just to win. I'll probably put a decent amount of practice into this next race. Definitely want to win that race. Work on getting the strategy right, and then going from there and dialing in the pace.
Absolutely, and again, your fans are coming out in drones here tonight, so you have lots of support out there, which we love to see it. We really do love to see it. So I'd like to tell you guys, when your fans are coming out and support you out there, maybe you guys feel the vibes from that, knowing that your fans are out there watching and rooting you on. But it was really great racing out there. Not too many mistakes, just some little wiggles and wobbles, which we expect to see. Obviously, coming out of that chicane, Gran Turismo has made that corner much more difficult from Sport to 7. It's a little bit tighter and the curves are a little bit more higher, so you never really know what to expect when you get through there. But you did a really great job navigating it today. You stayed patient, you picked your moment to jump out in the lead, and then you just didn't look back. So anything you want to add to your race today?
Just want to thank everyone for keeping it clean on the first lap. And I know I was expecting to probably end up having some lap traffic, with just the nature of this track and people crashing. So definitely thank you to the people that got out of the way when they weren't really in the race, between me and Callan. So I appreciate the respect between competitors doing that this week. So that was very nice.
Awesome. And of course, any other shout outs or add-ons you want to add to that?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank the organizers for doing their best to keep it tame this week in the chat, and just really everyone involved. Mark Morin definitely. So he's the man running it. So he's definitely doing a great job with the league, and big things are to come for season 3. So really looking forward to that. And I want to thank my team SV, for bringing me on, and really look forward to working with them this year.
Absolutely, and it's always great to have a new little adventure in the horizon. Gives you a little more fire in the belly and a little motivation moving forward. So, another great race from you, and we'll see if we're talking to you at the top of the podium next week, I guess, hey?
I sure hope so.
All right, well, have a great week. Congratulations on your victory, and thank you to all the drivers for taking your extra time out of your already busy, hectic schedule after a long race and talking with us. We do appreciate it.
Yep, thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are great interviews. We love talking to all the drivers through all the divisions. They always have such great things to say. And Dragon Trail Seaside, ladies and gentlemen, really does bring the worst out of everybody. The Discord's been very spicy this week, but the staff has done a very great job of keeping it. The drivers have kept it within reason as well, ladies and gentlemen. But all that does is add to the fire to these drivers when they get behind the wheels on this racetrack, and we get great racing action all season long. This has been an absolutely hot fire series for the last 9 weeks here from Flat Out Racing North America. I mean, huge love to the team. It takes a big team behind the scenes to keep these things going. So much love to you guys, the volunteers. They're always the heart and soul of every major operation in racing, whether real or sim. So to the volunteers, we tip our hats. We do appreciate you. We do see what you do out there, and we do love you. So thank you for providing us with a platform to keep doing what we do and having some fun. We appreciate it. Let's catch up on some stuff here, chat, man. It was you guys just pop it off. I can't even keep up, but I love to see it. We have Charvez coming in with the thumbs up over on the Facebook as well. I hope you're doing fantastic, darling. We have John Grayson coming in with the thumbs up, Carson Aubie coming in with the thumbs up, Stream Home Pro, and Michael Upton and Ian Travers coming in with the hearts as well. Nolander Gaming coming in with the shares. Much love, everybody. Good, Sir Shred. Keep it up. Head down. You got this. All right, let's keep rolling here. We've got lots of comments to go through. Let's see. I was happy to contribute last night. Hey, appreciate your merch. Age to Rouge, get it. Well done, Pigums. Go Foxes. Age to Rouge, good race. Y'all says Neater. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you loved what you saw here tonight, you know somebody else that would love to see what we just saw here tonight. Don't forget to like and share the stream out for us, please. It's something that's free to do. It helps us grow. It also forces YouTube and Facebook to further push it out to other new people that are viewers, and the idea is some of those new viewers come in, like what they see, and come become a part of the community. Maybe in a viewer sense, maybe they're going to go a little bit further. Maybe they want to jump in and race. So if you're interested in racing, we're always accepting drivers in the Discord server here at Flat Out Racing North America. Hit us up in the comments section. You can get a hold of me through the GT45 Gaming Messenger, WhatsApp, however it is that you like to communicate, and Discord. Discord is the fastest way to get a hold of myself, GT45 Gaming. So yeah, just inquire how you feel comfortable for whatever it may be, and we'll get you set up. We'll get you some information you can come check out, see what's going down, and see if you're ready to race with some of the best here at Flat Out Racing North America. I mean, what else to say? Race recap of some patient racing from the elite drivers. We expected to see that. Lots of kind of nose-to-tail driving. When the battles did happen, they were fairly precise and fairly quick. We didn't see a lot of long half-lap battles or full-lap battles between these drivers. They showed each other a ton of respect where it mattered to most. We have David McWaters coming in with the follow as well. Welcome to the Winner Circle community, my man. Appreciate that extra level of support, dude. And I hope you continue to enjoy these great broadcasts here at GT45 Gaming. Well done, Tim. Appreciate you, Pammy. We really do appreciate you, my man. Don't have Discord yet, but we'll definitely send through Facebook. You betcha, my man. You betcha. I mean, congratulations again, Sir Shred on P3, Roach in second, and Rob Heck here rounding out our field for first place tonight. And I mean, what a race! The track sorted the field out, that's for sure. We've seen 5 casualties here tonight that we can confirm for sure. We've seen lots of minor contact. It did affect a lot of these races, and at the end of the day, that's racing, ladies and gentlemen. Cars get broken, incidents happen, tires spin, they go flat, and drivers make mistakes. And today, these 3 gentlemen in the screen in front of you are the big time winners for round 8. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, in approximately 1 hour's time, Nolander Gaming will be broadcasting Pro-Am Division 1, Pro-Am 1, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be live over at Nolander Gaming on Facebook Hey, go check it out. Definitely go see what Flat Out Racing is throwing down in the Pro Am 1 division. And let me know how it goes. I'll be there hanging out with you guys in the chat when I'm finished racing in the Pro division. So much love, everybody. Much respect. Huge love to GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team, our amazing title sponsors here at the series. Much love to High Pre Graphics, always coming in, knocking it out of the park with the visuals. And I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. And I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. I know I have a lot of fun doing it. So we're going to keep rocking it out, ladies and gentlemen. We're rocking it out. OGR Toolshed coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, my dude. Hope you're doing fantastic, my guy. And when are we going to see you in Flat Out Racing? It's your turn, my man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for watching. To all our new viewers, we appreciate you coming in, checking us out here at Flat Out Racing. We really do appreciate all the feedback we receive from our viewers as well. It's awesome. And thank you, drivers, for putting on another great show here at Flat Out Racing North America. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, stay winning because you all matter. We love you and we appreciate your support. And we're going to see you tomorrow night for the Pro Division, tentatively at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here at GT45 Gaming. We'll talk to you soon. Toodles!